welcome to the F1 Bake-Off for the German Grand Prix. Now for this week I'm going to make Alexander Torte, which was very popular in East Germany, especially in Berlin, but it actually has its roots in Latvia and the Baltic countries. Now Alexander Torte is effectively just a sandwich of shortcake filled with raspberry jam and icing on the top. Sounds simple enough? Let's get cooking! Into a bowl you need to add 4½ cups of plain flour. Now 4½ cups is roughly 576 grams, so that's plain flour. You then need to add 4 tablespoons of caster sugar and 225 grams of butter. Now the butter, according to the recipe, should be cold, but because you've got to rub it together, I've left it out of the fridge for a little bit just to make it a bit easier. Once the flour, sugar and butter are in the bowl, you need to rub it together until the mixture resembles coarse breadcrumbs. Once your mixture resembles coarse breadcrumbs, you need to take an egg and give it a little bit of a beat. Then pour the egg into your coarse breadcrumb mixture, and theoretically you need to shape it and mould it and mix it all together until you've got some form of dough. Wish me luck. Well, I've sort of done it, and I'll let you into a confession. I actually hate making pastry type stuff because it never works. So I'm just crossing my fingers that this really does work this week. So once the mixture has come together, see what I mean? Disaster. So you have to mould it into a ball, trying not to let it go over your cling film. So after quite a lot of faffing about to get this into the cling film, once it's in, you need to pop it into the fridge for about an hour until it's firm. After an hour, you need to preheat the oven to 125 degrees centigrade. That's 250 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark half, or 105 centigrade if you have a fan oven. You also need to take 2 baking trays and lightly grease them. Now, according to the recipe, that's all you need to do, but I've actually lined it with greaseproof paper just in case. You take your pastry, which has been in the fridge for an hour, out, unwrap it from the cling film, and then you divide it into 2, roll it out, and put it in the baking trays. Now, I don't think it's actually going to roll out, so I'm just going to squish it into shape in each baking tray. As you can see, this is so not going to roll out. When the shortcake bases have come out of the oven, you need to let them cool for a little bit. Then you need to take some raspberry jam and spread it over the top of one of the cake sheets. Then you have to take the second sheet and place it on top of the first piece and hope to God that it doesn't break up. So as you can see, once I put the top on, it did break a little bit. So the next thing you need to do is make the icing. Into a bowl, you need to add 4 tablespoons of water, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and then add 320 grams of icing sugar and mix until it's smooth. Once you've made the icing, simply take a spoonful and drizzle it over the cake. Leave it to cool completely and then simply slice and enjoy.